Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Volron! He really was still alive.
Je liegt.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united, born from the fires of chaos. The world
Wat is er met hem?
its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself. Reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest? Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It
Yeah?
looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy.
Zeker niet.
That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
Dan ga erachter. Wat staan we hier?
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alvin, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible?
Wat? Is een Zugel. Is er echt een Zugel?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
Ja? Het wordt gekker met de seconde, joh.
They're not feeling
3
particularly
keer rode vrouw,
talkative.
heftig.
It's no use, Alvin. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them.
Oké, heftig, joh. Wat is dit allemaal? Dus de rode vrouw is een maiden en een Zugel misschien? Deze is veel te sterk, joh. Zoveel damage doen we niet. Oké, ik ga alles inzetten.
That'll bring you down. Watch this. Look sharp. Here's a healing soul.
Sarah, kom op. Hou vol, hou vol. Ah, nee.
This one's mine. Leave the charges to me.
Here, let me help.
Nou, ze is veel te sterk, joh. Oh, dat is de verkeerde. Die wil ik niet aan, want deze. Bam! Oké, gedodged. Kom op. Het doel op zich wel goede damage. Oh nee, ik ga dood, ik ga dood. Goeie dodge. Goed ontdeken. Oh, wat gaat er gebeuren? Wat gaat er gebeuren? Oh nee, ah nee, ah nee, ah nee, ah nee, ah nee, ah nee. Oké, vuurzwaard. Oké, ze zijn moe of zo.
You all on.
Ah, lekker Kisara.
Flare the Molotov.
Oké, deze is al een kwart laag in gezondheid. Kom op, kom op, kom op. Kom ons gaan lekker, kom ons gaan lekker. Moet die wel raken. Ai nee, ai nee, ai nee. John, hiel jezelf goed zo. Ai nee, niet geraakt. Okay, hoe zijn die andere rode vrouwen qua gezondheid? Ook een kwart. Ah, ze gaan allemaal een beetje gelijk. De tijd omlaag. Oh, kijk uit. Oh oh, wat gebeurt er allemaal? Ai nee.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Iemand hiel mij. Oké, wacht even. Even law healen. Oh nee, kan niet. Oké, kijken met gezondheid. Want we zijn niet allemaal op zijn hoogst. Oef, oké. Goeie attacks, goeie attacks. Vuurzwaard. Niet geraakt volgens mij. Oké, goeie dodge, goeie dodge. Hoi, even kijken, wat? Nee, deze is het laagst volgens mij. Laten we daarmee beginnen. Oef, hij zit in de face. Ai, lekker. Lekker law. Oh oh, wat gaat er gebeuren? Wat gaat er gebeuren? Oh nee, nog een keer, nog een keer. Oké, goed gedodged. Aanvallen. Geef me een healing art, geef me een healing art. Ja, dank u, dank u. Ah nee, ah nee, ah nee, ah nee. Move, move, move. Move, move. Ah nee, ik ben goed gehit. Ah nee, Kisara, iemand, Kisara tot leven wekken, alsjeblieft, iemand. Oké, dat gaat niet lekker. Oké, goed zo, Kisara is weer tot leven. En we zijn niet allemaal lekker qua gezondheid. Maar het gaat wel de goede kant op, we zijn wel laag, deze in ieder geval. Mop, 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 nog een beetje. Oké, move. Oké, goed gedodged. Oké, nog een keer dashen. Ai nee, oef. Want we zijn down of iets. Laag, ik weet niet. Dat is wel laag. Kom op, kom op, kom op. Misschien deze ze hun gezondheid, dat zou het best kunnen. En ze gaan best wel gelijk omlaag. Even kijken. Ik denk dat ze hun gezondheid delen. Nou, dat gaat inderdaad goed voor ons. Move, 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 move. Oh nee, kijk, kijk. Ik dacht dat die iets zou gaan doen. Nee. Hop, nog een klein beetje. Klaar, kom op. En Dolly. Ai nee, kom op, nog een klein beetje, klein beetje. Move. Goed zo. Nog een keer, goed zo. Nog een keer move, nog een keer move. Lekker bezig. Strike. Eindelijk joh. Oké, wat is zij? Wat is die rode vrouw?
Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
Ik hoop het.
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve.
Oh, dit.
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alvin!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Hij leeft nog?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much. So you know this place? Naturally. It was built for me, after all.
Hoe bedoel je?
We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Hey, nee. Kan niet voor één
After all
keer
this time, you
aan ons
still
kant staan?
insist on hating me? You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think?
Uh-oh.
Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf? Who happens to be another sovereign?
Ja.
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings.
Was gewoon een
You
toy.
mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
Allemaal testsubjecten.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Dat is...
Then you mean Boron was kidnapped just like Alvin? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renin and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renin and Dana are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters.
Pure en pure slechtheid.
And take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
Ze is er nog?
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Oh, deel.
It's too late. You can't stay here.
We need to go. Alvin!
Ren! Hij gaat sowieso terugkomen. Ah nee, Sion, spring! Vlieg! Doe iets! Trouw me, ik vang je op. Met open armen. Kom op. Nog een klein beetje. Trekken, Alphen. Trekken.
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
Are you
Huh?
two okay?
Zouden we niet aan dezelfde kant moeten staan?
We'll be fine.
Is
Bij
Volron...
Dennen.
Have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
Sowieso.
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renaissance. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
Nope.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renaissance in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
We gaan weer de ruimte in.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Brennans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
Ja, ik dacht ook niet dat hij terug is komen. Ah, ik had een klein gevoel. Even kijken. Niet genoeg SP, wel genoeg SP. Even kijken, wat hebben we hier? Mooi, verder de lijst. All allies HP. Ja, dat wil ik wel. Dit is een goeie. Dit hebben we allemaal. Dit hebben we nog niet allemaal. Elemental defense. Even kijken, wat heb ik hier nog niet? Mwah, inspiration. Oeh, dat is eigen. HP, maar ja. Laten we dit maar doen. Critical attack. Maximum burst. Ja, maximum burst doen we erbij. Die klinkt ook wel een goeie en die is niks. Cutscene.
I didn't see that coming about Volron. As for those red women, to think they were monsters all along.
Tell me about it. One minute they look perfectly human. Next thing you know, they're not actually human at all.
They definitely weren't Renan or Danan. I'm not even sure language would get through to them.
So what were they then? Human Zoogle hybrids?
Is the most terrifying thing anyone said all day?
Ja,
How about
heftig.
you, Shion? Dohalie? You ever seen anything like that before?
No, never. However, if they're the same as the red woman we've seen with Volron, I think it's safe for us to assume they understand our language at the very least.
I had just so much I wanted to ask them. About Rena. And Shion's thorns.
Unfortunately, they blew themselves up before we got the chance. Why would they do such a thing, though? To take us with them? Or in order to keep something hidden?
Both sound plausible to my ears. They took off with the Renaissance too, remember?
Yeah, they did. And the next time we meet them, we're going to make sure they tell us everything they know.
Maar op te starten... Ze zag er sowieso niet menselijk uit. Ik wil even kijken of jullie iets kunnen toevoegen. Die staat uit. En dat is goed. Die staat uit, dat is ook prima. Die mag uit. Oeh, die mag aan. En deze zijn ook allemaal aan. Prima, oké. Op naar de Starship. Nou. Ik ben benieuwd of Voron echt weg is, nu dood is en niet meer terugkomt. Maar ik betwijfel het zeer ernstig. Oh, ik moet helemaal terug naar de andere kant. Laat alsjeblieft een teleport of iets zijn. Ik wil niet helemaal door heel het gebouw weer doorlopen. Oh ja, dit was dit. Die bloemen waren daar al. De plot thickens. Het is wel een heftig verhaal, joh. En ik begrijp niet dat Voron onze vijand is. Zou je niet zeggen dat hij juist ons zou moeten steunen? Want een soort van Alphen en hij hetzelfde zijn. Even kijken, kan ik dit niet doen? Nee. Ja. Nee, waar is de map? De map. Nee, geen fast travel mogelijk. Kunnen we niet ergens anders fast travelen naartoe? Nou, blijkbaar niet. Oké, dan gaan we helemaal terug. Waar moeten we naartoe? Eerst even healen. Main passageway. Oké, hier. Oh, dus moet een stukje. Ach, moeten we die monsters vechten? Dat lijkt me... Ja, dat lijkt me plausibele. Nou ja, het zij zo. Het geeft ons tenminste levels. Deze is eentje. Is er eentje maar. Dat was je fout. Mop. Sneller, dit moet sneller kunnen. Mop, strijk. Strijkie.
A comfortable win.
Easy. Easy. Dat hebben we gepakt. Oef, heb ik hier zin in? Nee. Maar let's go. Kom op hier, Dagoe. Nee, waarom valt hij ermee aan? Mop in je bakka. Nee. Mop. Lekker bezig. Strijkie. Nee! Net niet genoeg hits voor de strijk. Kom op, strijk. Juist. Dat is 1. Dat is 2. En hier komt de derde. Is hij dood? Oh, dat is die andere monster. Laat maar. Kom op. Combo's. Kom op. Juist. Mooi, dat waren ze.
No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Oké, nog 1 battle en dan is iedereen sowieso wel een level hoger. Hier gaan we vandaan. Even kijken, ga ik de goede kant op? Nee, ik moet naar boven toe. Dat was dus niet de kant waar ik vandaan kwam. Hier zo. Hier is niemand. Maar hier zijn er genoeg. Let's go. Eerst de hondjes. De hondjes, zei ik. Deze. De luchten met jou. Nee, niet wegrennen, Accepteer de doen. Kom op. Nee, net geen strijd. Oh. Nee, net geen strijd. Maakt niet uit. Want je bent toch dood. Nu jij. Ai nee. Ik heb goed gedodged. De lucht in met jou. Hij is de lucht in. Mooi. Break. Mooie break. Maar net geen strijd. Kom op, strijk. Bijna. Ai nee. Deze torrie was vol, joh. Oké, nog een kans. Ja. Strijk. Oké, nu die laatste. Mormel. Kom op, Law. Vuisten van Doom. Nou, kies haar dan. Met de finishing blow. Is hij een level hoger nu? Nee. Sommige. Ik dit beest. Ja, moet het zo langs. Ja. Kom maar op. Iedereen arts gebruiken. Deze. En jij. Nou, dat deed niet altijd veel damage. Eigenlijk totaal niks. Even kijken, wat kunnen we het beste aanvallen? Oh, we kunnen alleen maar dit richten. Prima. Oh. Ontwijk. Kom op. Criticals, mooi. Gekke 100 hits, kom op. Wat kunnen er meer zijn? Nou maar. Ai, lekker law. Ai, critical. Ai nee, gehit. Oké, dodge. Ontwijk, 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 ontwijk. Ai nee. Ontwijk. Shionne, ja, Shionne, ik heb healings nodig. Kom op, kom op, kom op. Halve HP. Ontwijk, ontwijk. Juist, criticals, mooi. Ontwijk, ai nee. Oké, goed ontweken. Ontwijk, ontwijk, ontwijk. Ai nee. Ai nee. Oké, maar je hebt ons wel boos gemaakt nu. Ontwijk, 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 ontwijk. Mooi. Goeie criticals, kom op. Kom op, Alphen. Laatste hits, haal laatste hits. Kom op, laatste hits, kom op. Ai nee. Ja, toch strijk. Oké, lekker, lekker gedaan. We krijgen ook gekke goede items. Tier 5. Ja. Ja. Let's go. Hij 2 in 1. Aanval. Oké. Hop, hop. Hop af en... Ah ja. Waarom... Ze gaan zo snel. Ik wil deze hebben. Nee, ik wil niet deze hebben. Nou, weet je wat? Ja. Je bent gedoemd nu. Ik had bijna een strijd. Mooi, maar kom op. De strijd komt eraan. Juist. Is dat 1? Volgens mij is hij dood. Ik hoop het. Nog een strijk. Ai nee. Kom op. Oké, die is dood, die is dood. Deze gaat ook dood. Dat is niet wat ik wilde, maar maakt niet uit. Dat is ook niet wat ik wilde, maar dat maakt ook niet uit. Langzaam doodgaan. Strijk. Jawel. Sowieso. Tier 6, Dark Main. Heftig. We moeten ons sowieso goede dingen geven qua upgrade. Wat gaat er gebeuren?
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Het is weer bij.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing. So she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnigan, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Yep.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegis is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
Je eentje toch?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
No. Dat willen we niet hebben.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Genoeg.
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegis from spiraling out of control.
Yep.
We need to stop
Trio.
that riot.
But how do we do that?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease? Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust.
The Sovereign.
That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegis right now?
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then.
Dohalim.
Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Dohalim.
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow remnants of Lenegis. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Eldaman and Sia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid. As people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest.
Ja, dat kan je wel, Dohalim.
The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegis, not the lords and sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope.
Hij zegt het goed.
I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Letterlijk. Oh, nou, dat ging sneller dan ik dacht.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
Hate to break it to you.
Still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
Je moet het zelf doen.
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
Maar we kunnen hem niet kwijt.
You? You can't be serious.
We hebben hem nodig.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return.
Oh ja, dat maar.
But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader, the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
Democratisch.
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, Musical talent, for example.
Ik ga stuk. Ja, dan zit
When
hij
I bumped
bovenaan.
into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different.
You special.
I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Tarnigan's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Dat is waar.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes.
Sowieso.
We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Renna awaits.
Ja, we gaan weer in space. Wat is dit voor emblem? Rennen leader, doorheen. Ai. We hebben hier nog 3 emblems. Roasted chicken. Dat. Oh, training grounds. We hebben niet eens aan gestart volgens mij. Mystic Quest. Subquest. De ultieme ingrediënt. Oké. Ook nog subquest. 1, 2. 2 emblems. Zo. Genoeg emblems. 5 emblems. Ook weer genoeg. Ah joh, Blanche is Alvin.
Looks like the people of Lenegis can rest easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
Nou. Alleen Hoedel. Die kunnen we wel achterlaten hier, toch? Toch?
In one sense, when all is said and done, perhaps I have been a slave this whole time too.
You, a Renan lord? How do you figure that exactly?
I was complicit in the Renan system, bound by its values, resigned to being swept along, without the resolve to take a stand. And when I realized the severity of my mistake, all I longed for was punishment, a lord. And yet my first instinct was to place my fate in the hands of others.
I think I can relate. I couldn't stand watching my people bow and scrape their way through life, but I didn't know what else I could do about it either. The ability to think for yourself and be your own master, that's what separates a slave from a free person. At least, that's what Law's dad Zephyr used to say.
Rip in
Zephyr
peace.
taught me how to fight. But in doing so, he also taught me how to live.
Even if it means stumbling along the way. If it's on a road of our own choosing, free of regret. Why, that's the road of freedom. Or, to put it another way, so long as his heart is compromised, even the loftiest of kings is no freer than a slave. I think I finally understand now. This Zephyr character sounds like he was a wise man indeed.
And
I
who?
only wish I could have met him.
There's just so much I wish I could ask him, especially now. I wonder, have I been correctly carrying on the torch that he passed to me?
Jawel. Je leert ook stap voor stap.
How long have you known?
Known what?
About
Yeah.
the darkness I carry inside me. You seem to have been aware of it for quite some time now.
Why ask me now? What does it matter? But yes, I have. I've pretty much known that something was gnawing at you ever since we left Menancia.
So basically since the very start of our journey then. Just when I thought I couldn't feel more ashamed.
Nergens voor
Leave the past
nodig.
where it belongs.
Precies.
We have no need for it now. You're forging ahead. That's what matters. If my brother could see you, he'd be proud.
Not as proud as he would be of his sister, I'm sure.
Well,
Dus,
then, just as well it's not a competition, huh?
we zijn nou ook aan het flirten, joh. Nog een cutscene.
Kisara? Anyone at home in there?
Sorry. Did I look distracted?
Ja,
Among
zeker.
other things. To be entirely honest, I couldn't tell whether you were smiling or frowning.
You were thinking about Dohalim, weren't you?
Ik ga stuk.
That obvious, huh? I was just thinking how good it is to see him moving forward at last. It was always so infuriating, knowing how capable he could be if he just put his mind to it. A prisoner trapped in a cage of his own self-doubt. But now, he's finally beginning to spread his wings. I'm happy for him.
So, then why do you look so sad?
Oh, I don't know if I'd say sad. There's a bittersweetness to it, I guess. It's good and strange, knowing that he won't be needing me anymore.
Jawel.
It probably sounds weird, doesn't it? I have this massive worry off my mind. I should be jumping up and down for joy, right?
Maar kan je altijd wel
Must be that
gebruiken.
maternal instinct of yours at work.
Rinwell's right. You're like a mother bird, finally letting go as her child takes his first shaking and nervous flight from the nest.
A pretty big child.
That's one way to look at it. I wouldn't like to see Dohalim's face if he heard you say that. All this has made me realize I can't allow myself to become a prisoner of my own making like he was. If Dohalim can forge his own path ahead, then I can too. I won't be left behind.
En anders kan jij Menancia leiden. Daar zie ik ook mogelijkheden in. Eens even kijken. Waar moeten we naartoe? Daar kwamen we vandaan. Hoe gaan we naar rennen? Wat als we dit doen? Lenegis, take off, departure. En dan kijk wat hier in de buurt is. Blijkbaar niks. Kunnen we niks fast travelen? Waarvoor hebben we het fast travel dan? Lekker dan. Dus even kijken waar naartoe. Zone 4. Dan zone 16. En dan komen we daar. Een hele omweg. Nou, ze zien er in ieder geval vredig uit. Geen fitties, geen ruzies. En dat willen ze houden. Ook als we weg zijn. Ik let op jullie. Het ziet er wel vredig uit. Het ziet wel als een next level stad. Wat was dat? Aha. Oh, zo zielig joh. Niet huilen, niet huilen. Doorlin komt terug en dan gaat jullie allemaal verwarmen met zijn mooie woorden en zinnetjes. En beloftes. Tenminste geen valse beloftes. Ga ik nog de goede kant op? Vast wel joh. Volgens mij gewoon lange. Ja. Ik zou in zo'n stad willen wonen joh. Ziet er wel heel deftig uit en futuristisch. Goed zo. Elkaar blijven helpen, healen. Zorg voor elkaar voordat Dohalim weg weer terug is. Nou, laten we met deze mensen ook even snel praten.
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
Nou ja, die Balsef was geen gezellige lord. Dat kan ik wel vertellen.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
Oh, heftig.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people. Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
Goeie vraag.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsef hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you, because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the lords were all people, too. Balsef and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Maar geen normale mensen.
Still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not
Precies.
trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say
Ze hebben
is...
slechte keuzes
You're
gemaakt.
saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Renwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danan doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Xion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust, as a fellow human being above all else.
$5100 goud. En SP. Eens even kijken. SP. Hier. Die gaan we toevoegen. Een veding. Die gaan we markeren. En wie had nog meer SP? Ah, Renwell had genoeg SP. Toevoegen. Overlimit. Oh, die overlimit hebben we al. Hier zo. AG recovery. Laten we deze doen. Nee, wacht even. Deze, even wat lager. Minder SP nodig. Oké. Dit komt op. Wat is de kost? Een kist. Oké. En nu ben ik het kwijt. Oh, oké. Hier en dan hier. Maar nog steeds, die lords. Ze waren mens. Ze zijn mens, ze waren mens. Ze zijn dood nu, ze waren mens. Maar nog steeds mensen die verkeerde keuze hebben gemaakt. En die moeten nog steeds gestraft worden.
thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
You can say that again. And now we have more problems to fix, too. Like figuring out how to reform Lenegis.
That can wait for now. We've got more than enough on our plates to deal with as it is. Like figuring out who's really running the show on Rena.
Yeah. Which is why we're going to the Renan homeworld.
All the answers we've been looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this. The Red Woman and the Renaissance. The answers have to be there. Are we prepared to finally find them?
Ja.
So, what do we do first when we get there?
We know nothing about the Renan homeworld or what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
Dat is slim
It's
zet.
also entirely possible that the first thing we're going to face is an attack.
If we come across a capital, we should...
Wat is er?
What?
Oh, heftig. Wat gaat ze doen? Hoeveel rode vrouwen zijn er? Wat doen ze met het schip? Oh. Oh. We zijn niet heel toevallig op Rena beland. Oh. We zitten nu vast in het dark hole. Een zwart gat.
Damn! The hell just happened?
Our course has been altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
Dat is niet goed.
The ship's controls aren't accepting my commands. The engine is being shut down.
That's bad, right?
Zeker.
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
Duh.
Are they trying to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone! Look there!
Wat is daar? Wat is dit? Was dat rennen? Oh. Dat ziet er niet goed uit. Oh nee, de wedge is het weer actief. Oh dear. Oh, dit ziet er niet goed uit. Wat is die bloem? Sowieso gekke zuurgoed die erin zit. Lijp.
A flower blooming out of Rena?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
If that's true, do you think the people back on Lenegis are all right?
Hoop het.
We can only pray that they are.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
A flower of oblivion.
De wat? Omdat dat je droom.
With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it lay dormant.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
Dan doe voorzichtig.
We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here? We're watching Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Oh, calm down. You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
It's still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Denk.
Alphen.
Now what?
The starship, it's back online?
No, this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
Naar wat? Naar waar? Hou de bloem in? Wat voor satelliet is dit?
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lenegis in here.
Do you think we might run into more Renans here? Or those red women?
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
Wie zal het zijn
We
geweest?
haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Je weet maar nooit Alphen.
Hey, Shion!
If they wanted to attack us, they could have done so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
Mee eens. Maar nog steeds, dit belooft niet al te veel goeds.
Ah, Shion, just in the nick of time. Here, lend me a hand while I...
No!
What the... Oh, right. The thorns. My bad.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I overreacted.
Again, Law? Can't you even go a minute without putting your foot in your mouth?
Seriously, it's fine. I'd rather that than people feeling like they're walking on eggshells around me. Besides, I'm the one who should be vigilant about not touching you guys, not the other way around.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask. Not being able to touch people. Does it ever get lonely sometimes?
We hebben het meegemaakt.
I guess I never really thought about it in those terms. It was either accept it for what it was or come undone. Before long, it was just part of my everyday reality. I think I even forgot there was another way to live. Which isn't to say I didn't feel alone. I did. Always.
So numb to your reality, you couldn't even recognize it as loneliness? I don't know how you managed.
Heftig, ja.
It's fine. I know I'm not alone anymore.
But I can't even touch you. No way of lending you a shoulder when you're down? Even Alphen.
Hij kan het ook niet meer. Hij
I
heeft de masker niet
appreciate the
meer.
concern. Until I get rid of these thorns, I guess I'll have to put up with it just a little longer. But not forever. Alphen promised me that.
Zeer zeker.
Maybe it'll be soon, maybe it won't be. But either way, the day will come. And I'll be ready when it does.
Yeah, just hang in there. One day, we'll share a big warm hug. You'll see. I promise.
Ja, dat gaat gebeuren, sowieso. Nog een cutscene. Zit hij net te huilen?
Ah! What the? Are you out of your your mind? This isn't the time for games, Rinwell!
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to resist with you looking all jittery like that?
It's called experiencing feelings appropriate to the situation.
Ik ga
You
stuk.
try it sometime.
Yeah, but seeing you act all nervous, you're making me start to feel nervous too. Whew!
Oh, sorry.
Staying alert is important, but too much caution can cloud your judgment. Try to strike a balance.
Balans is muy importante.
I still can't get over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah, our planet's really not doing too hot right about now.
I've only ever seen Rena from the surface of Dana, so I figured it was just another round planet like ours. Still though, I never would have imagined Rena actually looked like that. And what's the deal with that giant flower coming out of it?
Ja,
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue. It's so surreal. It looks like a broken egg or something.
Rena and Dana. We were taught that both worlds were spherical bodies that floated amongst the stars in the heavens. But to think that they lied to us not only about the Sovereign and the Crown contest, but also the form of our own planet.
Dohalim.
Okay, who's the wise guy that summoned us here?
Someone formidable enough to bring our starship along with us.
They must be here somewhere. Let's find them.
That beam of light joining Dana and Rena. It was the Renan side that it first came from, right?
That's what it looked like. And then the Danon side responded.
Perhaps it was some kind of directive from the Renan homeworld? To reawaken the Wedge and Lenegis?
Which would mean that whoever's behind all this is on Rena after all. But what are they after? Is it really worth going through all this trouble just to steal Dana's energy?
maybe.
Try to stay calm. With so many factors we don't understand, dwelling on it won't get us anywhere. What is it?
No, it's just... Zephyr once told me the same thing. So much for me making progress, huh?
You made it this far, didn't you? You notice something, you change it. That's all anyone can do. But you can't stand still in the meantime.
Zeker niet. Zijn we op de... Welke level zijn we? Dit is level... Geen idee. Dan gaan we naar... De lage level. Oh, ik kun je niet eens aan toe. Centrale level. Waar zijn we beland, joh? Al die planten weer. Ik heb het gevoel dat die planten ook iets van Astro Energy afgeven of iets. Want dat is overal. Ook bij die ceremonieplekje.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that? It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
Kijk uit.
It doesn't look like it can move.
Kijk uit, Alphen.
Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
Oh, damn.
That is correct. It
Oh,
is
damn.
unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk.
God damn.
What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that. Just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
Door de rode vrouw.
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
Wat
What
gebeurt
did
er?
you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way. Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Wat dan?
Oh, goody. More riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil.
How Kenquil.
The red women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Deaq Phasol, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Ja.
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
Vast.
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegis. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Heftig.
Yeah, but...
Let's assume that what Hevrek 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit. Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegis are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy. And the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed. And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest.
Oh, jullie hebben het verzonnen.
Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
But the ceremony failed. Lenegis was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renaissance.
Correct. a change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success. However, recreating the Renis Alma required a vast amount of energy. That is why we turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest. An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
This is all happening because of me.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrecht 35?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
Wat?
I'm sorry, did you just ask us to kill your master?
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What
En
makes you
dat
say
is?
that?
Waarom?
Lenegis has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena. If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize. As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
Ja.
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean... you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Welke andere?
Others? Just how many of you are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Deaq Faisal.
Ja. Deaq.
Hey! Hey!
Oh, hij gaat weer een slaapje doen.
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a look around.
Tijd voor een babbeltje.